Miguel, hello, good morning. Or good night, wherever you are. Either which way, hello. Okay, whatever you say, sir. Um, well, I've got no idea what we're talking about. Look at that. Look at that water weight coming in now. Ugh. Ugh. Oh no. This is what happens when you take 2 weeks off the gym. Oof. We're gonna have more of a gym chat this morning, more of a training and health purposes conversation. Actually get locked into it. I feel like it's one of the biggest areas that people struggle with, and yet they don't ever reach out when they need to. Gotta fucking hydrate. Oi. In the chat for I see drop one. Distractions, neon lights, and mirrors. Did my live just land in Spain today? Yeah, no idea what you're talking about. Zero idea what you're talking about. Good chat though. Good chat. Yeah, no idea. Not a bloody clue. Tell you what though, guys, we're not feeling 100% today. This whole fucking shoulder injury can definitely do with healing itself up and taking its little hike. But nevertheless, we are still awake, we are still up, we are still working, we are still building. So, good morning to you all. Today, we are going to hit the difference between the commercial gym and outdoor training and what that does for your body, for your nervous system, and for your overall life. That is where we're going. If we're not down for that conversation, we know where to go. But I'm going to have to mute you because you just typing the same word over and over again just makes no sense to me. So I'm just going to, we're just going to. There we go. Lovely. Peaceful. Peaceful. If we've got actual conversations to have, we've got questions to ask, we've got things to talk about, then I'm game for it all the time, 100%. But if we're just waffling random words into a bloody live, it's too early in the morning for me to be comprehending the nonsense. So let's do without that. Let's do without that. I run these lives to try and give out as much free advice as I possibly can on your training, on your diet, on your nutrition. So if I'm sat here trying to help people and trying to have these conversations, then yeah, just respect the chat, guys. Just respect the chat. That's all I will say. Thanks. Good conversation. Really glad we had it. Where are we coming in from? Where are we coming in from? Oh, Jesus. I think this morning with amoxicillin, painkillers, everything, man, it's doing in. Hey, bro, how are you? What's happening? We're just up and working, mate. We are just up and working. Hang on. Sula, do I know you? Oh, see, this is what I'm trying to give you. Trying to teach you how to get breeze block abs. What are we working with? We're working with the strategy of how to come out of the commercial gym and step into nature, and how it's going to be more beneficial for you training at home and outdoors than it is under neon fluorescent lighting, is essentially what we're working with. So I've just put together the Hanuman arsenal, which is all online, cheap as freaking dirt for people to enter as well, because I want your average person to be able to access the ability to change their mind and their body just from their house. I don't want it to be just this, high ticket coaching online all the time. Like, what, you want to change your life? $5,000? Like, no. So I literally set the entry level at $35, and it's for a lifetime, and I'm constantly updating the programs, constantly updating everything. So I've been working hard to build this, and now we're putting it out there. So I've literally just put that link in my bio. It's now my main link in the bio, on basically just how to construct and craft a body that actually functions in the real world, rather than just having a body that looks a bit shit. Home gym. Yeah, I mean, look, you don't even need a home gym. You need a couple of kettlebells, a couple of light ones for your warm-ups. You need a couple of heavy ones so that you can with the heavy ones, you want to be able to lock in and pull some weight. And then you need a sandbag, a mace, a garter, a pull-up bar, some dip bars, a tire to flip, just some basics at home, which will cost you next to fuck all. Like, the program that I have online isn't just a program, right? It's $35, but then you're getting the entire workout library in there. What we're doing for cardio: sprints, walking in the sun, walking in the rain, walking in the winter, walking, running. You can even use the mace. You can use the light mace for cardio as well. Mags of the 606. Hello. Good morning, my love. How are you? So we can get a lot in. It's like, look, I've had to take now 2 weeks off. I'm a week into it, but even now, like, I've been eating the same. So now we get a little bit of water weight. But I don't mind getting stuff like this, because that gives me an opportunity to show you, like, literally gives me an opportunity to show you how easy it is to fluctuate and come back through. So I'll just document this little bit now. As we can see, that's just a weird bit of water and skin. Yeah? But that is quite literally, number one, my age, because I'm old as fuck. And number two, it's because I am currently out of training with the operation on the shoulder. But today we're actually going to attempt one arm workout with kettlebells, because I can't not do anything. It's like, it's not good. It's not good for my mental health. The curved treadmill. Yeah, the curved treadmills are actually pretty good, Like, if I could put one of those down in the garden, I would. They're pretty effective. 36 or 36. 30 bloody 6. 36. 42. Plenty of time. And what do you usually do for your workouts, mate? What's your primary method of working out? Kyle98 said you are copy him when we know you have better sense than him. Edward, I've no idea who Kyle98 is. And where did he say I copy him? Started the curve treadmill in my home gym today. Yeah, they're absolutely incredible for sprints. Really, really, really good for sprints. I hope a specialist having my whole body taken out in a week or two, then I'll be able to do more exercising. Mags, I would say, my love, is now you have an opportunity to lock your diet in. You know, like now you have an opportunity to lock in your food before the operation, so it helps you heal throughout it. It's like now, you know, even just with this operation here in my shoulder, like I've got literally no mobility left in my shoulder, and it's going to be this way for a couple of weeks. Now mentally I have to accept that, but I'm used to training heavy and hard every single day, so it does mess with your head. Like it absolutely does mess with your head. But it also gives me an opportunity to see what I can do with the rest of my body in the next couple of weeks. So there's a study done on like neural pathways. So if you just sit stagnant and don't train the side, you know, if you use the side that you can train and you start training with that side, you can reduce by 15% any muscle wastage that would happen on the opposite side. Like the neuro crossover actually sends signals over here to retain strength, even though you're not using it. The body's a fascinating place. Like, and when I say place, because I believe like we just kind of live inside the bodies. They're just on rent, aren't they? They're not ours. They don't belong to us. So, any of you actually trained with kettlebells before? Dips, push-ups, pull-ups. Yeah, fantastic. Have you trained with kettlebells? Has anybody been using kettlebells effectively? Shoulder gym injury. Yeah, we could call it that. We could call it that. I pinned my TRT straight out of the fridge. Stupid idea. Oil separation. Body treats it as shrapnel, starts to reject it. Okay, I would say that if you could have, I've never used kettlebells. Honestly, Mags, darling, they are a game changer. Absolute freaking game changer. Men and women, okay? Both of you. The kettlebell is one of the most versatile bits of kit that you can use at home for a full body workout. If you just follow, so for example, go to the link in my bio, get the Hanuman protocol, which I am forever updating. It's not a subscription. It's literally $35. You get lifetime access, so it doesn't matter when you get it. It's just there for you. In that, you have got every single kettlebell exercise, and then you've also got how to program it as well. So you've got 6 to 8 weeks at any one time worth of programming from beginner straight through to advanced. And I've literally created this for the average person and for the athlete who wants to increase their overall performance. And I'm not talking performances in how do we look in the mirror. I'm talking performance in how do we actually roll through life. Like, you know, bending down and picking something up. We shouldn't be slipping a disc. What's your website? Go to my homepage, mate. Literally just click on my profile and it's the first link on my homepage. Spirit, the Hanuman protocol. Basically, I just put it live this morning, so it's all there ready to go. There's also a chat feature in there as well, so if you've got any questions while you're in there about any of the exercises, you can just message me from inside of that and I will always get back to you as well. So, yeah, do it, man. But there's two options there, Mags, as well. We've literally got the Stone and Spirit community, which is the community where we touch not only on the body, but we go into the mind and the spirit as well. Benjamin, how are you? Yeah, so we literally go into mind, body, and spirit within the community. The Hanuman protocol is quite literally every exercise I have put in there. I think there's 32 lessons in there so far, and I'm forever adding it to it as well. What are your views on diet? I would say, mate, my views on diet are eat real food. That's it. Eat real food. If it comes out of a package and it's got more than one ingredient in it, try and avoid it. It's not always easy, it's not always doable, but do your best. That's why it's such a great week. I've chimed in it every day for your live streams. Enjoying the morning with yourself is part of what's helped me tune back in. Kane, fucking legend, bro. Absolute legend. I love to hear that, mate. That's why we do this shit, you know? You've seen it in these streams. Sometimes we can have great chats. Sometimes we can have... Look, I don't care if there's... I would rather have 10 people in this stream who are actively trying to better themselves, and they use this as a place to come to increase their mindset towards bettering their life and bettering themselves. We've all fucked up in our lives, guys. We've all fucking made mistakes, whatever the mistakes have been, okay? Yesterday is in the past. Today is literally the only day that matters. And I know I sound like a cliche stoic philosopher on fucking Instagram right now, but unfortunately it's just the factual information. All we have is fucking today. And if we spend all of our time thinking about what we used to be able to lift, what we used to be able to do, what went wrong when I was in my 20s, what went wrong last year, like, it doesn't matter. There's nothing that we can do about it now. All we can do is just make sure that we're progressing through this world as the best fucking versions of ourselves that we can. And I genuinely believe from the bottom of my soul that starts with the body. It starts with physical exercise. The physical exercise puts the mentality right. So Kane, really fucking glad to hear that, mate, genuinely. Just as you've joined, mate, I've just put live my Hanuman protocol, mate. So my homepage on YouTube, the first link in there, it's live. It's for a fucking lifetime. So that will benefit you, mate. Criminal activity. You're the long lost Chris Hemsworth's brother. You look like that guy that plays Thor and his brother. Hey, listen, that is a compliment and a half. Thor, number one, is my favourite Marvel character. And if you don't like Marvel, we're never going to get on. Alright, Marvel is the shit. I'm sorry, but even as a grown man, we always look, we love a superhero story, don't we? Yeah. Yeah. What's the history on the tattoos? There's not really any history on it, mate. It's literally just a series of life where I've ended up just getting drawn on. That's it. That's all I can put it down to. June, I agree. I don't know what to do with my... I'm working on my fitness and my health every day. Things seem to feel better. Yeah, man, absolutely. You know, when my mum passed away a couple of years ago and everybody said to me, like, you seem alright. Like, you seem... I mean, I wasn't, because I fucked up a lot of things in 2 years after my mum died. And I didn't even realise how badly I was fucking them up. Like, you know, you assume that negativity or badness or whatever you want to call it has one certain look, you know. Oh, well, he started drinking, or well, he started taking, you know. It can look a certain way to certain people. But the stuff that you don't realise is happening, that's even more fucking terrifying, man. Like, literally more terrifying than the beginning, because there was things going on in my life and around me which I wasn't aware that I was jeopardising. And yeah, until it was down to another moment where... But in saying all of this, guys, my point being is, if it wasn't for the exercise and it wasn't for working out, honestly, I don't know where the fuck I'd be. I really don't know where I'd be. It's always saved me. Like, it's always saved me. Do you think it's better to have a workout partner or just do it alone? I would say just do it alone. Like, 100% just do it alone. And the reason being is because if you rely on somebody else for motivation, you'll end up giving yourself an excuse to not go, or you'll give yourself an excuse to not pick the kettlebell up today because your friend isn't coming, you know? I always train by myself. If somebody wants to jump in on my workout, that's fine. If they can't keep up, I leave them behind. Like, this is my time. It's my time. It's my therapy. It's what I need for my life, for myself. Also, guys, with the Stone and Spirit community, there's also some links on there that you'll be able to find. I didn't think about it like that. Count on yourself. Self-reliance been for fighting people and is important to success. 100 million %. 100 million %. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let me just put this out there to my guys that are in here already. So there's a few of you in here right now that come in quite often. Like, what we're on, 15 viewers? It's crazy, isn't it? One day there'll be, where was it the other day? Indonesia, mate. Yeah, I was sat outside and I was so busy talking, I didn't even look at the view count. But by the time I finished the live, we did 21,000 views. 21 fucking thousand views inside of the live, which was insane. Absolutely crazy that we're reaching that many people just sat here waffling on about what I think's important and how I believe it can help you. That's pretty beautiful. That's fucking pretty beautiful, man. Yeah, it was crazy, mate. Honestly, go on my profile, go on my lives and just scroll down. They're usually hitting like 10k, 21k, 4k. You know, they're always in the thousands, and I'm like, all right, we're fucking doing work here. But on a serious note, for yous that are coming in here quite a lot, I do need to start adding some moderators to the channel because I cannot focus on... You're welcome, Theodore. I appreciate the acknowledgement, mate. I cannot focus all the time when I'm in here constantly trying to read the negative stuff and the good stuff and the bad, all of it, all in one. So I could really do with you guys that are coming in here often and who show up for these streams on a daily basis is adding some moderation to the channel. Yeah, fly swatting. Right, criminal activity. Are you game to be added to that? Kane, are you game to be added to that? Mags, are you game to be added to that? Before I add you in, I want consent. I'm not moderating material, I'm going for a breakdown right now. Theodore, look, I'm not laughing at the breakdown, mate, but the way you just worded that was pretty fucking funny. Okay, bro, here we go. Boom. Sweet. Right shoulder, mate. Operation yesterday or the day before, which is a bit annoying because I've got to take 2 weeks. I can't use the arm for 2 weeks. Like, even just putting pressure on it, waking me up in the middle of the night and all sorts. Not good. Tidak bagus. But today, we're not going to let it affect us. Also, guys, the other thing that we want to get rid of is the fucking inhalation of vaping and smoking. So I've not smoked in 5 years, and then about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I picked up a cigarette. Never done such a thing before, but I resonate as fuck with brothers we barely know over lukewarm friends we've had for years. 100%, mate. I absolutely, mate. That's what this is all about, mate. This is about building. So I've told you twice where we are. We're in Indonesia, bro. Disrespect. That's not in the chat. Boom. Done. Look, I love a cigarette. I do love a cigarette, but we are now going to mix. We're gonna switch the pouches today. We need to switch to the pouches. Everything else is in check, but now we just need to switch to the pouches. Hey, new viewer, just curious, what happened with your shoulder? So it was my TRT injection, mate, and like an idiot, I left my gear in the fridge. I've just done a full YouTube video about it. I left my gear in the fridge. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I've never, ever put anything in the fridge. And my head's been a bit of a mess. I've been stressed. I've been sorting stuff out. Look, we've all got fucking shit to do, you know. We haven't got problems. We've just got more work to do. So I've just been putting the work in. And through that, I got a bit sloppy. I put it in the fridge, and I took it out, but I didn't leave it long enough for it to consolidate again. Because when you put it in the fridge, what happens is the hormone actually comes away from the oil, so it separates, and then it forms like little crystals inside. And then when you put that into your body, what happens then is your body treats those little crystals like shrapnel, so it starts to reject them, which then causes inflammation, which can then cause, so it's just a stupid mistake, which has led to 2 weeks off training. Video, I'm worried about if I'll be able to proper shape again with my injuries. Bosses took advantage of me and said if I can't lift X object, I can't work there. I told him I rotator cuff on my spine. Okay, rotator cuff injuries, mate, is literally what I specialise with. Your knees is literally what I specialise with. In fact, you know what, mate? That can be something that I will try and film and get uploaded in long format today for you. I think everyone can benefit from that video. I used to tear my rotator cuff all the time, especially with freestyle calisthenics, because I've always been 90 to 100 kilos. And it's a fucking bastard. When your rotator cuff goes, it makes everything hard work. So yeah, I can definitely use some videos. I would definitely recommend ordering a mace or a garter online. Where are you based? Criminal Activity, where are you based? Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. Oh. Okay, what does that say? What's your weight in kilos and what's your height? I'm 6 foot and I'm 92 kilos. Is that Wolverine? Is that what we want? Look at this now. Look at this. I had a cheat day the other day. I had a little cheat day and now I've just got a shitload of water weight. A lot of pain. If I move or lift certain ways, the pain has been going for 3 years, acts up when I get active and takes days to cool down. Okay, bro, that's fine. But also, stillness is death. Stillness is death. That's your neural pathways. That's your. When we say movement, we don't want to be doing movement which is overkill. We want to be doing movement which is going to benefit the area. Do I take creatine? No, never used creatine, but funnily enough, my friend actually just gave me a tub of creatine last night because she won't use it. Florida, born in Scotland. Do you have any experience with disc herniation? Having a hard time with it currently. With disc herniation, it's one of those things, mate. It completely depends, number one, on which disc, what's inflamed, what's bulged, like what's happening. It all depends. It's not like a one size fits all when it comes to these things, is it? So Cush's cheat days are S1 to L5. Right. And how long ago was it, mate? My cheat days are Chicago on pizza with Monster Munch. Monster Munch on pizza. Okay. I've been using Kratom for pain and I really have to stop. Yeah, you do, bro, yeah. To be honest with you, mate, there's a lot of stuff. It's like I've been given some Oxy for the pain in my arm because it keeps me awake at night. But it's one of those things where it's necessary temporarily. Steeping as intended. Yeah, maybe time to dial a bit back on that one, mate. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself. Monster bro, Amir, that's what we're working towards. John S6F8. There's no question from you in here, brother, otherwise I would have already read that out. I have scrolled back, mate, because I tend not to miss out questions, so still going, still looking. No. Nothing from you in there, mate, unfortunately, otherwise I would have answered your question. I've been... What about... yeah. Painkillers surprisingly don't reduce pain that much. Yeah, completely dependent. What happened to the right shoulder? You can literally have a look on my latest video for the right shoulder. Good morning, lad. Yeah. How we doing?
Alright, got a coffee.
Yeah, where you going? Remix? Yeah, good one, mate.
Black?
Yeah, just black, yeah. Hey, Mercy. Yeah, nice one, mate. We go, hello from Alaska, Amir. Where are you from? From the UK originally. But we are in Indonesia. I'm on 8 milligrams of, and all it does is get you loaded. It doesn't help with pain. It's a curse. Yeah, see, this is it, right? So, yesterday, the shoulder was causing a lot of problems. It was actually really causing a lot of problems, and so I decide when and when not to take painkillers. But yesterday I was like, right, I need this, otherwise I'm not gonna fucking sleep. So I took the painkillers. But to be honest with you, the only thing that actually works for this is ibuprofen. The strong ibuprofen is the only thing that's actually been working for it. Like, I think the fucking 5 milligram of oxy just fucking knocked me out. And again, I don't really want to be using stuff like that, because it's just, you know, you can become pretty fucking dependent on it. I'm not dependent on anything. Luckily, I don't have that much of a liquor personality. Parents made me take taking stuff as an adult. Yeah, but even the strongest of minds, mate, you know, especially when things, yeah, literally, it's the only thing that's been doing. Ibuprofen sound not good very quickly. Yeah, that's the problem. The only time I will ever use anything, I will only ever use anything like that, is when something like this has happened. Like, I've quite literally got an infection. And so having it cut out, just necessary right now. That's it. It's a necessary means to an end, but it's not something that I intend to stick with at all. I've got no need for taking painkillers. But when it starts affecting sleep, it starts affecting your recovery as well. Crazy fast and get real nasty. Yeah, I've got to go and have this changed as well today. What have you eaten so far today? Nothing. I don't eat first thing in the morning. Doctor prescribed 5 minutes according to 12 years ago. That's 2 times. I'm doing a lot of rides. Mate, I can imagine. There was a massive pandemic with it. Like, it's insane. It's insane how fast they'll just give it out. Be safe. Appreciate your bro. Environment. Different treatment methods. Yeah, so quite literally what we did is I just went into the doctor because it had gone on for like a week, and then this was just a huge ball. Like, you'll be able to see it on my last video that I just posted. And this was quite literally just a huge ball here. And cutting it out was what I thought was a smart idea. So I just said to the doctor down here, I just said, mate, can you do me a favor? Can you please just open this up and see if we can get anything out of it? Because if we can get anything out of it, absolutely freaking buzzing, because it's pressing on a nerve, it's causing me pain. You know, I'm not able to just continue with my day as normal. And we cut it open, we couldn't get anything out of it. So it's actually a hematoma. It's gone from like an infection into a hematoma, which is just a collection of blood. But now he's cut like a 1.5 centimeter hole deep into my shoulder. and now he's packed it. So they use gauze with some iodine, so they don't stitch it back up, they just pack it with this thing. So today, 48 hours later, I've now got to go in and I've got to have the gauze pulled out of my arm, which I'm not really looking forward to. But ambient, taking it over 3 days, it's totally different kind of recovery. Nasty drug, yeah, I agree. Like I am trying my best right now to just stick to the ibuprofen and the amoxicillin. Wet to dry dressing. Was it an abscess? Originally it was, yeah. Yeah. So that's the plan of action for today, guys. Once we hit 40 minutes, by the way, we are checking out. We've got shit to do. We've got arms to fix, dogs to feed, me to feed, shit to do. And like I say, I am going to get a workout done today if it kills me. I've still got one good arm. I've still got my friggin' legs. So I've got a 30 kilo kettlebell there and I've got a 24 kilo kettlebell. And I'm just going to try and run some complexes on one arm without disturbing the other arm too much. But I reckon with the painkillers, it should be alright anyway. So we'll just figure it out as we go along. But look, we can all find excuses not to work out. Like, we can all find excuses not to exercise. Even if it's a big excuse, whatever it is, we'll find a way. We'll find a way to do it. I'm not like that anymore. For me, it's finding an excuse to exercise. And for me, just sitting around static waiting for something to heal, it's not my style. I can't do it. I literally cannot do it. So, onwards and upwards. You still put muscle on with your age, or was it easier? Yeah, look, I don't think the muscle in your age is, it's just going to be dependent. It's going to be dependent on where your hormones are. It's going to be dependent on your protein intake, your diet, your training methodologies. But right now, I'm not really training for muscle mass. I'm training so that I can just become a fucking example of what it looks like to train outdoors, what it looks like to train for functionality, what it looks like to have a capable, able body rather than just a fucking floppy sack of shit or somebody who sits on a fucking leg press constantly. We want everything that we do to be functional. And to be honest with you, a lot of my training now comes in the form of devotion, man. Like, it really does. I found meditation through training. I found my spirituality through training. The garter and the mace changed everything for me. If you said to me that, you know, even 5 years ago, if you said that I'd be sat here on a YouTube video talking about how flow state can completely change your mind, I'd be like, shut up, mate. What the fuck is flow state? Get yourself home. Get out of it. Fucking flow state. But we discovered it. Again, another video that I want to do. We can find that with kettlebell. We can find that with mace. We can find that with a lot of different things. Father would always crucify me. Don't put it off for tomorrow. You can do today. Agitated me as youth, but now it's gospel. Yeah, literally. I used to build muscle 17 to 25, doing this stuff for 5 years. Most muscle find it hard to get back. I don't know if it's because I'm in my 30s now or what. Just, honestly, it's definitely going to be how you're training, first and foremost. It's good. One flannel or pop it. I made generally no reason why we do it. Looks big. One flannel or pop it. Already trying to have it cut out, Glenn. That's where we've been, mate. That's why there's a bandage over it. It's currently packed. Because I'm in my 30s now or what. It all depends what you. Honestly, with your programming. So look, I'm not here to talk about whether I'm in a relationship or how it is. We're not here to talk about my ins and outs, mate. Like, literally, that's not what we're here for. So, questions that are irrelevant to the chat will just be ignored. Questions that are relevant to the chat, I will just have a conversation about it. Rama, yeah, you're literally, mate, you are quite literally, you need to be looking at how you're training, you need to look at how you're eating, you need to be looking at how you're sleeping, your water intake, there's a lot to it. Like, quite literally, no, it's alright, Glenn, no problem, mate, no drama. What I would say to you is, and for all of you, I'm literally going to jump off here now, but I'm going to say this. I have just made live my Hanuman protocol, okay? I've made it fucking cheap as dirt for everyone to be able to access. And in there is the arsenal of everything I use for my workouts, my own personal workouts, and also progressions. Right from your posture right through to the fucking top end. There's no bullshit, there's no fluff, there's no, oh, we can achieve. No, this isn't a 12-week program. This is a life. This is a lifestyle where you move your training towards. And if you need any example, okay, this is not for ego. This is just literally where we're at, okay? This is where we're at. I am not a bodybuilder, okay? Not a bodybuilder. I do not train for aesthetics. I train for ability. I quite literally, at 92 kilos, can stand in backflip and I can box jump my own head height. I don't do that to prove any points. I do that because I am so fascinated and curious about what we can actually achieve with the human body and how that inspires others to fall in love with movement. I don't want to be selling courses for fucking thousands of pounds. I came up on a council estate. I want people to be able to access it all over the world, wherever they are. So for all of you guys that came in here today, again, I appreciate you all as always, and I will always try and smash out the questions when you put them up. So have an amazing fucking day. What age can I start? You can start fucking today, Commando Glitch. Today is the fucking day. Start today. There is no tomorrow. Start today. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you soon.